Good morning, everyone. My name is Justin, and today what I have for you are 5 stretching exercises that are a couple of my favorite that really hit areas of the body that are commonly tight after a workout, especially after a workout. So let me know what you think, and here we go. So for our first stretch, I have the hamstring wall stretch. Why I like this drill so much is because the wall actually prevents your hips from moving backwards as we come down to touch our toes. What this does is it actually allows us to get a greater stretch in the belly of our muscle and the belly of our hamstrings rather than just around the insertion area behind the knee. So to begin, what we're going to need to do is obviously find a wall. If you're unable to get your palms all the way flat on the floor like I am, we're going to need to bring the floor up to you. And what I'm going to use is a kettlebell. Come in here, placing my hands on the bell, stepping back to the wall, straightening out my legs, and keeping my hips against the wall throughout the whole drill. So a few progressions that you can do, because I know some of you, or if not a lot of you, are going to be a lot more flexible than I am. You can progress this by giving yourself a yoga block, maybe a medicine ball, and just gradually going lower and lower until you're able to successfully get your palms flat on the floor. All right, our next stretch is going to target our hip flexors and our quads. To do that, we're going to come down into a half kneeling stance, keeping about a 90-degree angle in your knees, hips, and down to the ankle of your back down foot. Also want to maintain upright posture, so looking squared up, not bent over in the upper back, not arching that low back, nice and straight spine. We're going to contract our core and glute. That way it forces our hips forward without us even really moving. If you don't feel too much of a stretch there, you can lean forward about an inch. Any farther than that, and then people start having the tendency to start bending that low back, and that's just going to put unnecessary pressure on the lumbar spine. All right, our next stretch is the prayer stretch. This drill targets our lats, gets a little bit of the tricep in there. To do that, we're going to come down to the ground, sit down on or fold our knees under, sit back on our heels, keeping our hips on our heels the entire time. We're then going to come forward, down, bringing our chest to the floor, reaching as far forward as we can while keeping our hips on our heels. All right, so our fourth stretch is our chest wall stretch. Again, we're going to come to a wall. We're going to set up into a stagger stance, a split stance, taking our hand closest to the wall, placing our palm flat on the wall, keeping again, a 90-degree angle in our elbow joint and shoulder joint. We're then just going to slowly lean forward till we feel a nice stretch going across our pec and anterior shoulder. All right, last but not least is our wrist flexor stretch. What we're going to do, come down to the floor, again on our knees. We're going to then have palms facing forward, bring our fingertips to go right in front of our knees. Place our palms flat on the floor, so again our fingertips are pointing behind us. We're then going to gently lean back so we feel a nice stretch going up our forearm. Nothing too excessive, nice and gentle. All right, guys, so those are the 5 stretches I have. Again, that first one was the hamstring wall stretch. Second was the half kneeling hip flexor and quad stretch. Third was our prayer stretch. Then we were up against the wall again for our standing wall chest stretch. And last, we finished off stretching out the flexors of our forearms. So again, as always, keep the feedback coming. Any questions or comments, leave them below. Hope this helps you guys out. Good luck.